Hey people, Scott and Faye again with the Luzabago. We got a little guest appearance here. Z-Horse. You might hear us mention him every now and then. That's Z-Horse. He's our cameraman. Sometimes. Let's see if he can get back onto his job without turning the phone off. Because me and Z-Horse don't always agree on what his job is supposed to be. Like keeping his head on. Because sometimes his head pops off. And sometimes he don't like to aim in the right direction. And that's still not the right direction. Okay, good enough, I guess. I'll come down here. So, I got a small little project I gotta do real quick. Man, that light is just glaring. Z-Horse and the lights aren't working with me. So, the weather stripping we had on the door, it's all torn to shreds. So, I got this little wad that we had left over from when we put it up the first time. We've been dragging it around with us for a good year and a half, maybe 2 years now. Because I knew eventually we were going to have to replace it. So, I got a good, like, 1/4-inch gap underneath the door. I just gotta fit it across there. And I'm sorry I'm not showing you me doing this part, but just kind of laying it out across the bottom of the door, figuring out how long it's gotta be. That looks about good. Yeah, this is like precision work here. Let me see. Yeah, it's good enough. Alright. Hey, Faye, you want to take over for Z-Horse? You gotta aim down. You gotta aim way down. Yeah, around there. Let me see if we can get some light down there. There we go. Now I was supposed to put trim across the bottom of this piece to hold the foam in place. But of course, I never did it. I never found quite the right, wood to go there. Tell me there's staples in there. Of course there's no staples in there. Why would there be staples in a staple gun? See, people, you should always be prepared to do your video ahead of time. Unlike me. But the old piece was all ripped up and torn, and it kept getting caught underneath the door and kept dragging it. So I just got fed up earlier today and just started ripping it off. You don't have to get too close. That's good. Now later on I'll come by and like hammer these in a little bit better. Whatever doesn't quite get there. Like they're gonna have a little bit of a gap. I think you're aiming more at the toilet than anything. It's alright, you can hold it back some. Like, back enough where you can see it. Or, that's a good shot of my nose.
Sorry, I can't tell what I'm...
Yeah, I can tell. Well, people, this might be a video. This might not be. We'll end up seeing. You know what? I think we may have another issue. There's no way that door should be out like that. I wonder if somebody tried to yank on that door.
I don't know.
Because, I mean, I can put my fingers through there.
Yeah. We can try to unlock it, open it, and
Yeah,
shut it.
I got a slight issue going here, people. Look at this. It wasn't like that last night. Like, it looks like that piece right there. Look at that. She's bent. Dude, that latch is actually bent. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Like, it's like, you can tell it's bent.
You don't think one of us did that?
When and how?
Because me just pulling on it, closing it, and shutting it, I don't think would have been it like that.
Hey, you ain't that strong. It's a steel rod. Unless you karate kick the door at some point.
I don't think so.
Oh well. Even if somebody did try to get in, they obviously failed.
Yeah.
So oh yeah, that thing is like all kinds of out of whack. Huh. Alright. No biggie. I mean, it's a little big, but it's going to be letting all kinds of cold air in.
Well, worst comes to worst, we have like towels and stuff.
I was just assuming that draft was coming from the bottom because we knew that was bad. I didn't even think to check that door latch. I mean, we're in a really, really safe spot, so I'm not really worrying about it. But it's got me thinking, like, what the heck could have happened? Oh well. Either way, like, it's not that big a deal. Like I said, if somebody did try to get in, they didn't make it anywhere. So I'll just have to take that latch off. Take that bar out of there. And hammer it back straight. And it's just something else to get put on the list. But let me change topics here for a minute. Where's that pillow? Guess what I've been doing, people? Other than wrestling with a pillow. I have been learning how to sew. Yeah, I know. There's still a hole there. I didn't quite do that yet. But I stitched all the way up this line.
And then you can tell it went from white to red.
Yeah, I ran out of red thread. So I moved on to the white. And then I had to stitch up this whole side. I ran into a problem there. Like the thread got knotted up on me. And it comes all the way up to here, and that's where I ran out of thread again. So then on this side, came down here again. I mean, I know it's not perfect. I still got a couple more holes to go. But for the most part, this is that really ugly pillow that had all the fluff all sticking out of it in some of the other videos. So it's not completely finished yet.
And this is basically what we're using to kind of lean up against, and then we put it down.
During the day, we use it as the back of our love seat area. At night, we take it off of there, stick it on our little folding little table things, and we make the foot of the bed with 2 of these big pillows. So this one's face, and she, like I said before, she throws elbows and knees a lot when she's sleeping. So she kicks that pillow a lot. And just just smushes it all around with her feet and just pushes it all to one side and back to the other side, and like it's WrestleMania in here sometimes. So that pillow's gotten the Jimmy Fly Snuka, you know, the flying elbow off the top turnbuckle kind of like ordeal going on to it.
So that would be like a flying foot.
Yeah. She's been karate kicking a lot of stuff, so that door might really be her at night just kicking at it. Like, I don't quite know what to think. I don't know if she did it or if it's like some perpetrator. I don't know right now. Although, kind of looking at you, suspect right now.
It might be the case of the flying foot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure either. I don't know what I do half the time when I'm asleep.
Right now, as it's sinking in more and more, I'm thinking it's more her than anything. So
It's all by side of the bed.
I spent yesterday learning how to sew because of her, and got a little bit more done today, but you know, I've been taking care of little odds and ends around here because, you know, I'm waiting for the weather to break so I can get back to working on the truck. So in the meantime, trying to just knock out as many little rinky-dink projects as I can. Not that sewing is a rinky-dink project, especially on her pillows, because her pillows are brutal.
Your pillow needs it too. This is not as bad as mine did.
Yeah, but after 2 years, like, I only got one hole on each side.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're not that bad.
Mine was worse.
Yeah, your whole arm was hanging off of that one. And the whole side was ripped open. Like, that's not just one hole, you know? I mean, that thing has been shedding fluff all throughout the house. Like, every morning I get up, and there's like another ball of fluff on the floor. At least one ball, if not a couple balls of fluff. Balls of fluff in the bed. Like, we've gone places, and it's been like, oh, hold on a second, you got fluff on you. Bringing your pillow with you.
It's like a blanket. I bring my pillow everywhere I go.
Yeah, security fluff. Oh, man. Well, I cut down some of that draft. But I can still feel that draft off the door.
Like I said, we can put like a
we got
towel or something. Stuff a something in there.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something. You know what? I do still have that much of that left.
Will it close if you do that?
Hold on. Hey, horse, do something. Do something there, fella. Wait, up there's not so bad. Up there's...
Actually, he was probably better sitting right there.
Okay.
Except for I can see you more than I can see what you're doing.
Like, okay. Yeah, I can run that in there. I'm going to have to open the door to do it. Wait a minute. No. That's too big of a gap.
Okay.
That's just too big of a gap.
Only other thing I can think of.
Wait a minute. We're turning around the other way. least cut down on some of that.
We can maybe stick a blanket in there now, or put a towel up against it now, and maybe we can make like an extra handle, or because I know you've been for a while wanting to make an extra piece to keep the door closed.
You know, I'm going to end up putting another one of these.
That's what I was thinking.
Down here.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. But you're going to have to put another piece of wood there
to support it.
Yeah. Which is fine, because we can kind of make it look even where it's...
Yeah, I'm going to have to cut out this foam across here and put another 2x4 across.
Yeah. That looks good.
Alright. So where do I find all that? I'll get it together in the next couple days. But I got to come up with a meantime solution.
Towels, maybe, or something.
Just drape a towel down there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so ghetto. Alright. I'm down. Oh well. For tonight, we're just going to go with the rough and ready ghetto fix. That'll have to do. Oh, we also have... Okay, let me try to do this without blinding the crap out of everybody. There we go. This is that light that I'm always complaining about blinding the crap out of myself with. It's on that long thing that clips up there. And one end of it is, let me see, where are we at? Right here is this clip. This clip grabs the phone. So that's the one I'm usually using, because as you can tell, Z-Horse is a pain in the butt, and he doesn't like to cooperate too much. Kind of like that light. So I tend not to use Z-Horse too much. He works good as like a grip when you're just using it to like just film with. Then Z-Horse is pretty good because he's flexible and you can put him into any angle or shape you want. And when it comes to like an actual stand, I tend to use this one because it works easier. Well, let me show you that little process right now. There we go. There it is. Roughly like that. Then we don't have to hold it.
It doesn't wobble on you.
Although now you can see the whole mess of the house. Yeah, if we bounce around in here, it bounces a little bit, but it's not so bad. And we went ahead and threw the rope lights on, just so we can see a little easier during this one. I mean, we had a halfway decent day today. Weather-wise. I mean, it's not raining. Yay. Which is definitely a bonus. But it was still cold. Didn't feel like doing outdoor work today. So I figure next few days is going to get warmer. That's when I can, you know, do the drum brakes. I can do the tail lights on the truck. All of that kind of stuff. But for today, pretty much just doing more indoor stuff. Like, I'm going to end up finishing her pillow. Try to get onto my pillow. Because a day and a half worth of sewing is enough for me. Like, hey, you gotta give me credit though. That was my first thing I've ever sewn, other than myself. So, as far as like the first time I've sewn fabric, that wasn't half bad, you know?
I think you did a great job.
I mean, that whole side is all me. So, yeah, doesn't look too bad. You know? Speaking of which, Faye's favorite scar, out of like every scar I've got, her favorite scar is what we call a puzzle piece. I was working at the Shell station in Newark, and
If you have time to tell all that.
I'll tell a quick short version of that one. I was working at the Shell station in Newark, and this guy came in, tried to rob the store one day. And he had already robbed the store multiple times. This one crackhead. And he came on in, decided he was going to rob me. He pulled a little box cutter on me. Just a little razor blade. And I kind of looked at him like, oh, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. So I jumped over the counter. Just kind of like Superman dived him. And he stabbed me right in the thigh and broke the blade off. And that was it. That's all he ever was able to cut me. Then I beat the ever-living crap out of him. Went to the hospital. Well, he went to the hospital in an ambulance. And then my mom took me to the hospital. And they stuck me in this one room waiting. Sitting right next to the little tray that had the little like needle and the little stitches and all of that. And I was kind of already, amped up and teed off. So I went ahead and just took the stitches and told Mom to like go stand by the door. And I went ahead and put a couple stitches in it. And that was that, Not the best work I've ever done, but the scar ended up looking like a puzzle piece. So, that's it. That's the whole story, It happens to be her favorite scar.
One of mine. The other one is your eye.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I've got minor amount of like backgrounded stitching, but it's my first time ever sewing a pillow, and I think I did pretty darn good at it, I mean, my leg's not so bad either. I'm actually proud of it. I did some good work. But you tend to do good work when it hurts while you're doing it. Like, you don't want to have to keep going back and doing more and more, You try to do it right the first time. Like, you take things a little bit more serious that way, But speaking of taking things serious, I gotta fix that door because it's letting in a draft. We're already at 30 minutes. And if I don't wrap this up in the next minute or so, it's just going to cut off on me anyway. So, love you guys. We'll see you later.
Later.
Later.